Our duty is to make certain that we have constitutionalists that go to the bench, people that are going to be fair, that are going to uphold that Constitution and the rule of law, and try to be certain that we do not put people on the Supreme Court or the federal bench who are going to be activist judges and are going to make rulings the way they would like to see things be, rather than making rulings based on the rule of law.
Is that only for Democratic presidents to nominate judges to the Supreme Court? Because every time a Republican nominates someone to the Supreme Court, they tout how activist they want their judges to be. They tout how much they want that person to fall in line with conservative thought process and judicial rulings. It's openly said most times. And former President Donald Trump took it over to another level, even insinuating he's nominating people that will help him and his policies directly, things that'll help him take things beyond the finish line when it comes to the 2020 election that he lost. He was hoping for the Supreme Court to be surrounded around his values, not conservative values necessarily, but his values enough that will protect him from any other kind of rulings, any other kind of policies that he was trying to push through, and most specifically, the 2020 election, which he lost. The point of lifetime appointments to the Supreme Court was supposed to be so that they're free of bias, free of being accused of bias or being leaned on by either party that nominated them, and that they're free to rule according to the Constitution, according to the rule of law, and without any favoritism towards one party or another. Now, that lifelong appointment has become a rallying cry for, we get to have this person rule in our favor for as long as possible, for a very long time, to change the landscape of America. It's on the complete opposite side until a Democrat is the one in the White House that's making that decision. Now, that lifelong appointment is a problem. The lifelong appointment is just way too long. But when they're doing it, the lifelong appointment is exactly what we need in a biased way. Senator Blackburn also decides to point out that they're going to be looking into this nominee's writings, their previous decisions, maybe things that they've said to determine exactly who they are. In which other process, when it comes to confirming a Supreme Court justice, does this not happen? I mean, I think it's stating the obvious that you're going to look into a nominee's background. They say it every time because you're supposed to. What would be different about this time? Why is that a point to be made? There's a lot of subtle points made, and you have to listen closely when bias and partisanship enters the conversation. So now we're going to look deep into this as they flash images of multiple black women that could possibly be nominated. We're going to look into their background and find out what they've said and what they've done. Isn't that the process for everyone? Why is this considered a point here? It's considered a point here because the assumption by people who follow her and watch this channel is that there's no such thing as a qualified black woman for this position. Joe Biden is nominating a black woman that has never seen a judicial process, has never ruled on anything, has never written much, and all they do is go on social media and write things. That's the perception that's getting pushed. And so when people point that out, the response will be, oh, why are you always bringing up race? We're identifying how much you bring up race. We're identifying how much you dislike the idea of a black woman representing a significant portion of the country that has never been represented in the Supreme Court. If you're upset about that, just say it.